They smile while they study you. Fake friends do not befriend you. They audit you for weakness, access, and usable information. You feel it before you see it. Something feels off after every hangout, like you left a piece of yourself behind. You replay conversations at night. You wonder why you overshared again, why you defended yourself, why you felt small around someone who calls you friend. That feeling is not paranoia. That is your nervous system catching what your eyes refuse to confirm about them. This video is going to flip it. By the end, they lose every drop of power they ever had over you. Fake friends survive on one thing only: access. Access to your time, your secrets, your energy, your image, your validation. The moment you cut their access, they collapse. Not loudly at first, but quietly, like a parasite losing its host. That moment is closer than you think. And once you see it clearly, you can never be played by them again. Let me show you how that moment actually arrives. Because most people miss the exact second the power flips. A fake friend is not someone who failed you once. A fake friend is someone who studies you to use you. They remember what hurts you. They remember what you envy. They remember your insecurities better than your wins. That is not friendship. That is surveillance dressed in laughter, and you have been the subject the entire time. Watch how they react when something good happens to you. There is a half-second delay before the smile lands on their face. That delay is the truth. The smile is the performance, and you have been clapping for the performance for years. Here's the part nobody tells you. Fake friends do not fear losing you. They fear losing control of you. There is a difference, and that difference is everything. Once you understand it, their entire playbook becomes readable in real time. They keep you close not because they love your presence. They keep you close because your presence keeps them informed. Information is their currency. Your pain is their ammo. Your trust is the door they walk through whenever they want. Now think about the last time you vented to one of them. Watch how that story traveled, twisted, and returned as gossip. That was not a mistake. That was the design. You handed them a weapon and called it a conversation. From now on, the rule is simple. Vague is power. Detail is leverage they will use against you later. When they ask you questions too fast, answer shallow. Say, things are fine. Then change the subject without flinching. Watch their face when you do that. A real friend relaxes. A fake friend tenses because the supply just got cut. That tension is the first crack. That crack is the beginning of the moment they lose all power over you. But the real flip happens deeper than silence. The flip happens when you stop needing their reaction to feel real. Fake friends train you to perform for their approval. You shrink your wins, exaggerate your struggles, and laugh at jokes that sting. You do this because some part of you still wants them to choose you. That wanting is the leash they hold. Drop the leash. Not loudly, not dramatically. Just stop reaching for their reaction every time something happens in your life. Stop sending the screenshot. Stop telling them first. Stop checking if they saw your post. Stop chasing the nod. The day you stop performing for them is the day they realize they were never the audience. They were the test. Here's where it gets dark. Fake friends sense the shift before you announce it. They feel the access shrinking. And the moment they feel it, they escalate. Suddenly they are more interested, more available, more concerned, more around. That sudden warmth is not love returning. That is a predator checking if the trap still works on you. Do not fall for it. Their concern has a deadline. The second they get information again, the warmth disappears again. Try this line the next time they fish. Say, nothing much to update. Then let the silence sit between you. Watch them squirm. Watch them push. Watch them ask the same question in 3 different ways within 5 minutes. That squirm is the confession. They are not curious about your life. They are hungry for material to work with. Now the second weapon. When they bait you with gossip about someone else, do not feed it. Say, interesting. One word. Flat tone. No follow-up question. No reaction face. Just interesting, and then move the conversation elsewhere. That single word ends their game, because gossip needs a partner, and you just refuse the role permanently. A healthy friend can handle a boring response. A fake friend treats your flat reaction like a personal insult against them. That reaction tells you everything. Real friends respect your energy. Fake ones panic when they cannot read it anymore. Most people miss what happens next. After you go quiet, fake friends launch a quiet smear before you even leave. They start framing you to mutuals. She's been acting weird. He changed. Something is off with them lately. They are not warning others. They are insurance shopping, building a story in case you finally walk away cleanly. Let them. Their smear only works on people who are never really yours to begin with anyway. The people who matter will ask you directly. The people who believe the smear were already in their pocket. That is not a loss. That is a cleanup. The fake friend just sorted your social circle for free. Here is the crazy part. Every move they make to keep you actually proves they never had you for the right reasons. A real friend does not campaign against you when you go quiet. A real friend texts and asks if you are okay. That is the distinction nobody explains. Healthy people may dislike your distance, but they can handle it without retaliation. Toxic people treat your distance like an attack, because your distance removes the supply they had been feeding on quietly. The reaction is the receipt. Save it in your memory. Never argue about it. Never explain yourself to them again. Now let me decode one more behavior. The fake friend who suddenly becomes worried right when you stop responding to them. That worry is not care. That worry is a re-entry attempt. They lost access and are now knocking through a softer door. Do not open it. Say, I appreciate it. I've been busy. Then go quiet again. Let the door stay closed. If they were truly worried, they would respect the space. If they were hunting, they will push past your one line. Their push tells you which one they are. You do not need to guess anymore. Their behavior names them clearly. Here's a nonverbal move most people never use. Stop reacting to their stories, their posts, their wins, their dramas. No likes, no views they can track, no comments, no emoji reactions. Just absence, calm and consistent and unexplained. Absence is louder than any speech you could give them. Absence forces them to feel the weight of your withdrawal. And while they feel it, you say nothing. Silence is not avoidance here. Silence is the verdict you already passed quietly. Now the part that ends them. Fake friends survive on your need to be understood by them specifically. As long as you crave their understanding, they hold the rope. They can yank it whenever they want to test you. The moment you stop needing them to understand you, the rope snaps, not in their hands, in yours, cleanly. You do not owe them your side of the story. You do not owe them clarity. You do not owe them closure either. Closure is a story you tell yourself. They do not need to grant it. You can write it alone in silence. Pause before responding to anything they send from now on. Let the message sit. Let your reply be short or absent. That pause is power. That pause says, you are no longer urgent to me, and they will feel that demotion immediately. Here's the crazy part most people miss. The fake friend is not strong. The fake friend is deeply insecure underneath. They befriended you because something about you intimidated them. Your potential, your calm, your looks, your loyalty, your light. They could not compete with you cleanly, so they got close to manage you instead. Closeness was their control strategy. That is why their compliments always had a sting. You look good for once. I'm surprised you pulled that off. Those are not jokes. Those are small leashes, designed to keep you from outgrowing the version they can still control. Once you see those leashes, you stop laughing at them. You go flat. You say that again, and wait. Say that again is one of the sharpest weapons you own. It forces them to either repeat the insult or retreat awkwardly. Either way, you win. Either they expose themselves or they back down. Either way, the dynamic has just officially shifted. Now, I want you to think about something for a moment. Which fake friend's face just appeared in your mind reading this? Drop a single word in the comments. Just one, their initial or how they made you feel without naming them directly. Someone reading your word will recognize their own situation in it. Your one word might be the wake-up call they needed. This channel grows when real ones speak up quietly. Your comment helps another person spot the pattern they have been missing. Now back to the work. Because the deepest move is still coming, and most people never get to use it. Here is the final flip. Fake friends do not lose power when you confront them. They lose power when you outgrow them. Confrontation gives them attention. Attention is oxygen. Even your anger feeds them, because anger means they still occupy your mind. Outgrowing is different. Outgrowing is silent. Outgrowing is when they realize they cannot find you in your old reactions anymore. You stopped chasing. You stopped explaining. You stopped reacting. You stopped performing. You stopped flinching at their tests entirely. They throw the same bait, and it lands in empty water. They tell the same story, and it gets no reaction. They reach for the old buttons, and the buttons are gone. Not broken, gone. Like the wiring was rebuilt overnight. That is the moment. That is the exact second they lose all power over you forever without a single argument. They will sense it. They may rage, smear, vanish, return, love bomb, guilt trip, or play victim to mutual friends about you. None of it will work because the supply is dead, and a parasite without supply does not survive long near you. They will move on to a new host. Let them. That is not your loss. That is your liberation arriving quietly. A quick reminder before the last move. Power without empathy becomes the same toxicity you're walking away from now. The goal is not to become them. The goal is to become unreachable to them while staying warm to real ones. Cold to predators. Warm to people who earned it. That balance is what separates strength from bitterness in the long run. Now your action for this week. Pick one fake friend. Cut your sharing with them in half starting today, quietly. No announcement, no speech, no final message, just less detail, less access, less reaction, less presence, less performance around them. Watch what they do within 7 days. Their behavior will tell you everything their words have been hiding from you. If you felt this in your chest, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so the next move finds you ready. Comment which line hits you hardest. Your answer helps the algorithm bring this to someone trapped in the same pattern silently. Share this with the one person you know is being drained by a fake friend and cannot see it clearly yet. Remember this always. Fake friends do not lose you in a fight. They lose you the moment you stop needing them. And once you stop needing them, you become the one thing they cannot manipulate, predict, or control. Yourself, finally untouchable.